Welcome to Unlocking the basics of a gate operator. So what we're going to be covering today is what a gate operator is, types of gate operator, how they work, the basic components, some troubleshooting, and then some conclusions or things that you might want to look at. So first, imagine a world that you can enter and exit automatically. That's what this gives you with the gate operator. So what we're going to be talking about is the benefits and the equipment that is used to make your lives easier. First, I always like to talk with you have what is a gate? A gate is a device that will actually secure a location. There's multiple different types of gates, but primarily you have a entry, the gate itself, and then you have a safety loop that will help make sure that the vehicle is not damaged in the opening and closing of the gate. And also you have a key fob or some kind of entry to allow you to come into the gate operation. There's also three basic types of gates. There's the slide gate, which will slide in front of from the left to right or right to left. You have the swing gate, and with the swing gate, it could be one complete gate or it can be a half swing where you have the entry side and the exit side has its own gate and it swings, but they swing to close. And then you have the barrier arm. The barrier arms are pretty much used in parking lots or access points where you have you want to keep control of the toll or parking area. With your basic gate, you have the gate itself and then some kind of operator, which you see here. There's many types of operators. The operators have other equipment that goes along with it. We'll talk a little bit about that in the next slide, but these are the basic things you will see. So a lot of times if you're trying to figure out if you have a problem, what you want to do is go to the gate itself, see how it's hinged, and usually the operator is going to be in one of the enclosures of the motor that opens and closes the gate. And it usually looks sort of like what you see on your right here, which is right here. With that, on the gate, you have usually an entry, and with the entry, some have a loop detector that you need to have a vehicle over top of it, and then it has a key or a fob sensor that will, if there's a car on it and you have the fob sensor, it will allow the gate to open. If you have just the fob sensor, no car, it won't open. Or if you have a car that's parked on top of it, it won't open. Once the gate is open, you have your what I call safety loops, also known as shadow loops, that will keep the gate open until the vehicle is cleared of the gate. And that's why you have loops on both sides. You don't want the loops to be in the gate itself because the gate moves and it can operate or trip the detector. Some gate operators have that function, but once the gate starts to close, the operator is the one that will tell it if it's going to abide by the loop itself. Over here, you see a loop command where you have your loops. So these little boxes here takes care of your sensor to tell you, the operator, that there's a car on one of these loops. You have your key or phone box that will actually activate and open up the gate. You also have a fire, or what I call a lockbox, for your fire and emergency vehicles so they can get in. And there's also a card reader. All of this is going to be in the same housing as your operator and motor. One of the things I recommend is on the loop detectors themselves that you want to secure them or get them somewhat off the ground, so if there's water or moisture, you don't have an issue. But you also want to stay clear of your motor too, because a motor is magnetic and it could create a field that the detector will pick up. Troubleshooting. Most of the time you're going to see the problem is going to be power. Check your power. If there's a battery system, make sure the battery system is working and functional. Look at this printed circuit board of the operator to make sure that it's clean and everything looks to be correctly installed. The other thing is make sure that the track is clean and clear too for the gate itself. If you have a slide gate or even a swing gate you might want to make sure that everything's clear. If there's noises when it opens and closes, that usually is going to be pointing at the motor or the gate operator or arm that you want to check to make sure that's good. One of the big things that happens is you have pests, critters, varmints, gophers, rattlesnakes. Things will get in there and damage and chew on the wires, so you want to make sure you take care of all of that. If you have any questions, always look towards the manual. And also the last thing is always say the track and the wheels. You want to make sure that they are functional, clear, and helpful. With that, if you have questions with the basic operator, the first thing I always recommend is going to the operator itself, the gate operator itself, and look for information on the company that either installed it or the manufacturer of the operator itself. If you're looking at us with Eberly, you probably got it from our components that give you our website and phone number. You can also get help with that. We take care of only the loop itself in the pavement and also the loop detectors. We will answer general questions on the gate operator, but we usually try to have you contact them. If you have any questions, feel free to go to our website and leave us a message.